Guys, I'm a great white, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner.
Well, I have seen crazy things, but there are some things that I see that I'm never going to get over, and I'm still going to be gobsmacked, be surprised when I see them. Hey, y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Sessa. I was speaking about a restaurant that goes ahead to separate Asians from Americans. I mean, is this even normal? We understand that there's something they call, racial profiling, but the Asians are literally white. What is the reason why they are separating the Haitians from the Americans? I would never understand because to me, it's a dumb move. Like, it doesn't even make sense in a restaurant. So the Asians are here, the Americans are here, and I heard that it happens across all the restaurants that they own. You guys, let's go listen to what people thought about all of this, and I'll be back.
Hi guys, I'm a great white, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner, and it's all white people. Asian, like everybody's white on the main seating area. Asians, Asians. Okay, this table just left. We're gonna see who comes here next. If it's Asian, that's confirming my theory. Okay, new party just came. But look, Asian. Guys, new party just came in, but look. Sorry, I'm not trying to. You see, they really put all these things in one corner. Okay, we just got out of there, but one observation that I didn't mention in the video is that there was another corner, and that corner was filled with Asians too. So they're putting all the Asians in one corner because, I don't know, maybe they're embarrassed of us.
Unpopular opinion about the Great White Restaurant in Melrose.
Hi guys, I'm a great white, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner, and it's all white people.
If you didn't catch a drift in that video, it's essentially a segregated restaurant where they put all Asian people in one corner and all white people in another corner. Which begs the question, I wonder what they would do if a black or a Hispanic person showed up. But anyway, I digress. What I really wanted to talk about is a comment that I saw and replied to of one woman saying, I don't understand how people see these things. When I go to a restaurant, I'm focused on my friends and who I'm out to eat with. And it got me thinking, and I was a bit flabbergasted, and I replied to her. And I basically said, when you are a person of colour, when you have experienced racism or you're living in a predominantly white country, the first time someone is racist to you is probably as a child. The first time someone was racist to me was when I was a child, and the kid came up to me and said, your skin is dirty. That's why you're black. And whilst I don't hold a grudge against that child, it's obviously learnt behaviour. That feeling that you get when you experience something like that is a feeling like no other, and you do everything you can to try and never experience that again. And when you grow up and you've learned from those experiences and you have more experiences like that, you will do everything not to put yourself in that situation. So yeah, like when a person of colour walks into a room, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be scanning the room to see how many people of colour there are, how many white people there are, what type of event it is, what type of place it is, what kind of people it's going to attract. There are certain Wetherspoons in this country that I will never go to again because I know what's waiting for me when I do. We also, and I've had this a lot, having to explain to some friends that I have to do my research on a country before I go because I need to know if it's racist or not, and I'm not trying to go on holiday and have my holiday ruined by racism. And it's not your fault if you don't think that way or you don't think about the fact that people of colour think that way because you've never experienced it. So it's you're never going to think about it. It's not happened to you. And no one should have to think or feel that way. So it's good that some people don't. As a woman, when I'm walking down the street at night, if I turn around and I see that it's a person of colour, I feel safer for one reason and one reason only. Not because I think that men of colour can't attack women of colour. That's not it at all. If a man's going to attack you or grape you, he will do it regardless of his skin colour. But I know that 9 times out of 10, they're not going to racially attack me. Their attack won't be motivated. So that's one less thing I have to think about. And I replied to that comment and I made this video not to berate anyone for not thinking that way or not realizing, but just to hopefully get a point across to some people that don't have to think this way. But this is a reality for the good majority of us, especially when you live in a predominantly white country, because you will have, ask any single one of your friends that are a person of color if they have experienced racism in your predominantly white country. They will look at you like you're crazy, because it's just a given. Like, it's actually just a given. It's part of your daily routine sometimes, depending on where you live. But yeah, to answer the whole question, or to end the video, that restaurant's absolutely a segregation restaurant, and it's weird as fuck. No one should be going there. The end. Also, I forgot to add, this is like not just this one Asian girl, by the way. It has happened to so many other Asian people. They've all come out to speak about it. Like, it's not just this one chick that's saying this. Like, this is so bizarre. And don't even get me started on the response from the owners.
This restaurant on Melrose is segregating Asian people from white people. So this girl posted a video where she noticed that everyone around her that was seated is Asian, but everybody else over here is white. Now, first in the video, she thought she might be overreacting and waited for one of the tables to leave and be cleared just to see who they were going to seat next to her. And of course, they ended up seating an Asian couple right after the guy cleaned the table. And as you can see, they just sat down an Asian couple next to her. Now, I wanted to make sure this was the actual restaurant. It's called Great White on Melrose. You can see it has the same color building on the outside and the inside. And then if you go to their comment section, you can see that they have blocked comments because they've received an increased public attention. So while Yelp looks into this, you cannot post any more comments on their Yelp page. She goes on to mention there was another corner in the restaurant over there where they were also seating Asian people next to each other. Seems as though this restaurant doesn't like to mix up their races. This is just like that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where they had the ugly people segregated from the pretty people.
Remember this video from yesterday about the restaurant chain in Los Angeles called Great White that loves to segregate Asian people in the restaurant? So yeah, unsurprising to everyone, it's seeming like it's coming from the top down. So last night when I posted the video, I jokingly commented, haha, should I go tomorrow to test to see if they're gonna put me in the corner? Side note, if I did go, I wasn't gonna pay, I was gonna leave immediately after they sat me. But two things, number one, by the time I woke up this morning, the video had already gone viral and they had already turned off the comment section on their IG. But mainly the reason number two, I don't need to bait them, because if you know anything about patterns of behavior, there are signs everywhere. And not only did I get confirmation from other people that it doesn't happen just at their Melrose location, but at other locations as well. And also, unsurprisingly, it's not towards just Asian people. But I will say a lot of Asian people were like, wait a second, that happened to me too. But you know what? Instead of doing that, let's listen to what the co-founders Sam Trude and Sam Cooper have to say. You see, the Sams love the name Great Whites because they love sharks. Specifically, they love that everyone has a relationship with sharks because they either are interested or they're afraid of them? That's a weird thing to say. And apparently great whites, just like colonizers, never like to stay in the same place and can be found all over the world. And if you think that's a bit of a stretch, then let's look at their food philosophy. You see, they call their menu Coastal California because it's a blend of cultures and backgrounds like California. Specifically, they like to draw their inspiration from the coastal areas of Europe, Australia, and the Americas. They literally listed every single inhabited continent except for two. And that claim is really weird because if you look at their menu, not a single one of these are inspired from Europe or Australia. We're gonna skip over the red flag of any restaurant that likes to adding tacos with their sandwiches. Huh. What's this? Because it seems like everything inside of bowls is AAPI inspired. More Asian inspired things in red, and other cultures that are not American or Australian are highlighted in green. Finally, we have some foods from actual Europe. Steak frites and pasta. This black cod, those are Asian flavors. That's an Asian dish. Kebabs and falafels are not Mediterranean. Those are from the Middle East, which is where? Oh, right, in Asia. Oh, okay. One section is European. Oh, still not convinced? What about this one? They like to attribute all of their aesthetics to much of Europe, especially Greece, Spain, and Italy, and then immediately go to credit something that they took from Bali, China, and more China, but not a single mention of Asia whatsoever. So again, unironically, Great White is essentially a restaurant embodiment of colonization, founded by two white dudes from Australia who will, without even a second thought, take things from other cultures without bothering to give credit. I believe that's called stealing or appropriation at best, while segregating the Asian and apparently other people of color away from the Europeans that they love so much. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm okay with this Great White going extinct.
Hi guys, I'm at Great White, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner, and it's all white people. Asian. Okay, this table just left. Okay, new party just came, but look. Asian.
Oh, I know where that is. Unironically, it's a restaurant called Great White, and they have multiple locations in Los Angeles. This one is specifically the one on Melrose in West Hollywood. Notice these pink walls? They're the same walls as the Great White Melrose, including these built-in sconces from the video that are confirmed in these photos of Great White Melrose. And the OP's not the only one. Even this creator was like, wait a second, when I went to Great White a little bit ago, they put all the Asians in the corner then too. So I decided to look into it. Well, would you look at that. From this review from a year ago, this person writes, my friends and I were seated by another Asian couple table, and we're also Asians by the way. This was totally fine until they put another Asian couple to our right table. Sound familiar? And just like the video, this person noticed because they were like, hey, why are all the three Asian tables all sitting in one corner of the restaurant? And then he goes on to add, oh, I also noticed by the way that we all got help by our service after we sat down for a while, but he means white couple, sitting two tables away got help by their servers right away, which may sound like a one-off. Not only are there multiple other reviews from other Asian diners stating the same thing, that they received subpar service as Asian tables comparatively to white tables, and not only is it the same story over and over and over again, and when another Asian diner left this review over a year ago stating that she found bugs in her salad and the staff told her, oh, it's because we get our food from organic farmers markets, when she saw the video, she was like, wait a second, when I was there, they put all the Asian people in the corner too. And from this other review, they allegedly have at least one server who's clearly racist towards Asian people and tries to pull one over on their Asian customers by forcing a gratuity on them. The thing is, this is not a one-off, especially because it all happened in one location. It's called a pattern of behavior of racial discrimination against Asian people. And this isn't anything new. If you remember from the other year, One If by Land, Two If by Sea in New York City got caught doing the same exact thing to Asians as well. As someone who's worked in restaurants throughout his 20s, I can guarantee you there is a lot of racial discrimination in restaurants, especially those ones that cater towards the ones who ironically think that they're Great Whites. Speaking of which, unsurprisingly, these are the co-owners of Great Whites, Sam Trude and Sam Cooper. Now, Sam's, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that this is not a corporate company-wide culture problem. And against my better judgment, I'm going to assume that you both were unaware of these problems even though they were very publicly complained about, which means that if this is not a company-wide culture, then the appropriate steps as owners would be to make sure that it's corrected and addressed. History tells me I shouldn't hold my breath though, but until it's addressed, I guess us Asian Americans will take our $1 trillion in buying power somewhere else.
I'm not going to a spot named Great White. Nope. For some breakfast food, for some pizza I can get anywhere else in LA. She was my homegirl, and we sat down. She goes, hey, they sat us with all the freaking Asians. I'd be like, no shit, called the Great White. The name is on there. They gave us a warning. They said, don't come here. Anywho, we not going here, bro. We boycotting that shit.
I just saw a very funny video about Great White restaurant. They put all the Asians together. I never been to the restaurant, but it reminded me, I went to another restaurant around that area, right? Like Santa Monica, Melrose intersection area. That restaurant starts with Z. I don't know. I only been there once because I was asking a pair of chopsticks. And a guy brought me a pair of toothpicks. Like, I mean, was he stupid or something? Like, if he doesn't know what is chopsticks, why did he give me a pair of toothpicks? Like, I never, and I don't like that area. Like, if I go to restaurant, I just go to K-Town or Chinese area. I don't like those kind of food anyway.
All right, this is so funny to me because we, as in me and my two Asian friends, were in fact sat on the corner when we went. And obviously, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but that creator might be onto something. What's up with that? Great.
But they put all Asians in one corner.
Okay, just seeing this video is kind of crazy because they just built a new Great White location by my job, and I'm honestly not even shocked how terrible that is because, first of all, I live in Long Beach, so I'm not used to anything like that. It's a gay cultural town. Everyone's friendly, even on different side of the neighborhoods. That's how Long Beach is. And seeing that video kind of made my body, not even kind of, I'm sorry, made me cringe because majority of my girlfriends are Asian. So I've never had a bad experience with Great White. I just keep on seeing this video like everywhere and it's like blowing me up. And I guess they had another restaurant. I don't know. Can someone keep me up with the scoop and what happened? Because last time I went to Great White, I think it was like during the pandemic, I had a wonderful experience. So I just want to know what happened. I'm curious because I like to go out and eat in LA, so I want to know the full story.
In one corner.
I'm sure a lot of you have watched this video about how this restaurant in LA called Great White segregates like Asian customers from the rest of the customers. And my first reaction was, wait, this is ridiculous in 2025 and this is happening? And I started looking into it and I was like, holy moly, I've been to this restaurant. I've only been there once and I honestly don't remember like detailed experience. And all I remember was the vibe was very, very Californian, and I'm from Chicago, by the way. And granted, I was hanging out with two other white male friends. But now after this video has gone viral, I'm like, it really piqued my interest to go back there and see what's actually happening. I was digging through social media and I don't seem to find a very concrete reason why the restaurant owner decides to do that, or was that intentional or not, and what's the whole reason behind it? I just couldn't find anything about it. But there are also some social media clips that claim that how their menus and cuisines are inspired by coastal Americans and Europeans. And apparently there's some obviously Asian inspired cuisine as well, like poke bowl, but like nowhere else that Asia was mentioned. The whole situation just really baffles me, like why this is happening and what's actually going on. And of course, any forms of racial segregation will be gazed upon in modern times. So I really try to understand like the whole logic behind it. Can anyone tell me? Or should I just go back and test it out myself without my white friends this time?
No way. No way that this is 2025 and this is happening. I mean, are the Americans better than the Asians? Or what? Like, what is the reasons? Why were they doing all that? What is their reason? What were they thinking to separate them? I mean, I'm glad that we have social media in this time and age, and that people can actually come outside and spill what they see in restaurants and places and whatnot. Because what? I just feel like it's a stupid thing for the restaurant to do. And that restaurant should be totally cancelled. Every Asian should just stop going to that particular restaurant because why are they separating you guys from the Americans and you guys are staying there to eat? Why is it so special? I'm sure there are tons of other restaurants with good reviews that people can go have whatever they want to have. Because I am team, don't go to that restaurant anymore. It's not worth it. Yes, I think so. But I'm going to leave you guys to put your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.